Creating water in Blender using the fluid simulation system involves setting up an effector, fluid flow, and a fluid domain. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you achieve this. Step 1. Create the fluid effector. Launch Blender and start a new project. Select the cube and go to Edit mode. Select Faces. Select one face of the cube. Press E to extrude the face. Set the Y value to 3.0. Extrude all the 4 faces of the cube like this. Select all the upper faces of the cube. Press Delete and select Faces to delete all the faces. This is our effector for water simulation. Go to the Object mode. Scale and position the effector as your choice. Select the effector. Go to the Modifier Properties. Then select the Solidify modifier. Set the value of thickness to 0.1. Press Apply to apply the modifier. Select the effector again. Go to the Physics properties, then select Fluid. Under the Fluid Physics properties, select the Type effector. Keep the effector type at collision. Set the value of sampling to 100. Check the option Is Planar. Step 2. Create the fluid flow water source. Press Shift-A, select Mesh, and then select Cylinder to add a cylinder. Scale, rotate, and position it as your choice. Select the cylinder. Go to the Physics properties. Select Fluid Physics. Select Type Flow. Select Flow Type Liquid. Select Flow Behavior Inflow. Set the value of sampling to 100 for better quality. Check on the initial velocity. Set the value of initial x to 4. If you want to change the direction and speed of your water flow, set the value accordingly. Here, I have set the water flow direction to +x and speed to 4 meters per second. Step 3. Create the fluid domain. Add a cube by pressing Shift-A, then Mesh, and then Cube. Scale it to cover both the effector and flow cylinder. Select the domain cube. Go to the Physics properties. Select Fluid Physics. Select Fluid Type Domain. Select Domain Type Liquid. Set the value of resolution to 100. Go downward. Check on the liquid. Go downward more. Check on diffusion. Then check on mesh. Don't forget to save the project. Then, in the cache properties, select the type All. And then, check on Is Resume Able? Almost done. Click on the Bake All to start the baking of fluid simulation. Wait to be baked 100%. See here, 99% baking is done. And yes, our baking is completed. Press the play button to play the simulation. This is looking good. Now, create a scene of your choice. Step 4. Add materials and render. Now it's time to add colors and materials to look realistic. Click on the Material Preview viewport to view the colors. Select the effector or water reservoir. Go to the Material Properties. Click on the base color and choose the color from the color palette. Add color to the other objects as well. Now, select the water. Go to the Material Properties. Click on New. Click on Surface and select Glass BSDF. Set the value of roughness to 0. Set the value of IOR to 4:3. This is the ideal IOR for watercolor. Click on the rendered viewport to observe the real preview. I think this lighting is not perfect. Let's add an environment light. Go to the World Properties. Click on the color. Select the environment texture. Click on Open to open the pre-downloaded HDR file. I think this is cool. Delete the point light. Click on the camera icon and adjust the perfect view for rendering the animation video. We need to set up the cycle render engine for a realistic water simulation view. Eevee render engine is not good for realistic water's color. Go to the render properties. Set the render engine to cycle. Under the sampling properties, for the viewport, set the value of noise threshold to 0.20. Set the value of maximum samples to 16. Check on the denoise. For the render, set the value of noise threshold to 0.25. Set the value of maximum samples to 20. Check on the denoise. Remember that more maximum samples will increase the quality but also increase the rendering time. Now, let's set up the output properties. Go to the output properties. Set the output video destination. Set the file format to FFmpeg. Under encoding properties, keep the video codec to H.264. Set the frame range as you require. Our setup is completed. Now go to the render menu. Click on the render animation. Rendering has started. Wait for completion of rendering all the keyframes. Your video will be saved to your destination that you settled. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, let me know by your comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.